praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of GMS for showing me this great truth. And salutations and honor to my brothers on the four corners pumping out this truth with sincerity, long-suffering, and longevity. Alright? We're going to get on the Satan spokeswoman, Oprah Winfrey. I know how you nigga women love that bitch. Alright, let's go. Alright.
Have you heard about the largest church in the world? The first service was March 3rd, 2008, with an attendance of over 300,000. The attendance is now over 2 million, and they conducted the first ever mass trance on March 17, 2008. What do they teach? Who you are requires no belief. Heaven is not a location, but refers to the inner realm of consciousness. The man on the cross is an archetypal image. He is every man and every woman. The leader's website teaches these lessons. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. My holiness is my salvation.
We'll see about that.
Comes from me.
Yeah, we'll see about that. That's going to get put to the test.
No sin. Do not make the pathetic error of, quote, clinging to the old rugged cross, unquote. The only message of the crucifixion is that you can overcome the cross. Have you heard of this church? Or maybe its leader? Years ago, she denied Jesus is the only way.
One of the mistakes that human beings make is believing that there is only one way to live, and that we don't accept that there are diverse ways of being in the world, that there are millions of ways to be a human being, and many ways, many paths to what you call God. And her path might be something else, and when she gets there, she might call it the light. But her loving and her kindness and her generosity brings her, if it brings her to the same point that it brings you, it doesn't matter whether she called it God along the way or not.
And I guess the danger that could be in that, I mean, it sounds great on the onset, but if you really look at both sides,
there can possibly be just one way. What about Jesus? What about Jesus?
You say there isn't only one way. There is one way and only one way, and that is through Jesus.
There couldn't possibly be one.
Today, she has turned her millions of adoring fans over to New Age doctrine. Christians are letting this into their homes and are being deceived.
So again, everyone, welcome to week number 3 of our new.
I don't give a fuck about Christians. All I care about is the Israelites.
Eckhart Tolle, thank you for joining us as we bring students.
I don't care about no denomination but the Israelites.
Our latest book club selection, Eckhart Tolle.
That's in spirit and in truth.
Last week that was unprecedented. That's never been done before on television, where you just sit there in silence. And I thought a lot of people responded to the sense of connection from that. So you want to do that again?
Yes.
Let's do that again. Yes. So you're going to lead us in silence.
She's under Esau.
Become aware that you are breathing. Air goes in and out as you feel yourself breathing. Air goes in and out.
In reading books such as Tolle's, it's really
ever learning and never coming to the truth.
Way of thinking, a new form of spirituality that doesn't always align with the teachings of Christianity. So my question is to you, Oprah, how have you reconciled these spiritual teachings with your Christian beliefs?
I reconciled it because I was able to open my mind about the absolute, indescribable hugeness of that which we call God. I took God out of the box because I grew up in the Baptist church, and there were, rules and, belief systems and doctrines. And I happened to be sitting in church in my late 20s, and I was going to this church where you had to get there at 8 o'clock in the morning, or you couldn't get a seat. And a very charismatic minister, and everybody was just, into the sermon. And this great minister was preaching about how great God was, and how omniscient and omnipresent, and God is everything. And then he said, and the Lord thy God is a jealous God. And I was, caught up in the rapture of that moment until he said jealous. And something struck me. And I was like, I think about 27 or 28. I was thinking, God is all, God is omnipresent, God is all, and God's also jealous. God is jealous of me. And something about that didn't feel right in my spirit, because I believe that God is love, and that God is in me. all things. And so that's when the search for something more than doctrine started to stir within me. And I love this quote that Eckhart has.
You don't want to follow the Lord's doctrine, but you want to quote somebody.
Where he says, man made God in his own image.
No, God made...
Infinite and unnameable was reduced to a mental idol that you had to believe in and worship as my God or our God.
Jesus says, you are the light of the world. You are the consciousness of the world.
So,
really? That's what he says? Or is this what he said? Then spake Yahushua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have life and shall have light of life. What the fuck is you talking about, man? Alright? And you teaching people the doctrines of men. You kept saying the doctrine. I'm going to get you on you about that.
What happens to us at death when the body dies? You don't have a belief.
I don't give it any thought.
You don't. God, in the essence of all consciousness, isn't something to believe. God is. God is. And God is a feeling experience, not a believing experience.
That's right.
And if your religion is a believing experience, if God for you is still about a belief, then it's not truly God.
No.
That's what you're saying.
Yes. But that's not all. She's entered the political arena by endorsing a candidate for president. The New Age teacher giving lessons on her website, Marianne Williamson, has started an organization called the Peace Alliance to establish a U.S. Department of Peace. What can we do? Spread the word and tell others to open their eyes. Author Carrington Steele uncovers the truth in a new book, Don't Drink the Kool-Aid. Available at cssteeleonline.com. Christians, time to open.
Alright, enough of that. Enough of her bullshit. Now, this is for you, Oprah, and the rest of the people that love that stupid bitch. This is St. John chapter 8, verse 42. Yahushua said unto them, If God were your father, you dumb bitch, you would love me, for I proceeded forth and came from the Most High, neither came I of myself, but he sent me. Why do ye not understand my speech? Even because you cannot hear my words. So the reason why Oprah went off and she's saying all that things is because she sold her soul to Satan. So she don't have the knowledge of the Most High. Yeah, you've been in the church, but the church is going off of what? Jesus. They don't have the name. So you got snapped and snared from the church, and then you went off into the latter deep end. You stupid bitch. All right? Now let's go again. This is St. John chapter 8, verse 44. This is after he states that you cannot hear my word. All right, Oprah? Ye are of your father the devil, Oprah, and the rest of you stupid people. And the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Now that Edomite was trying to say that that man made God in his own image. Really? Is that how it goes? That man made God in his own image? Really? Let's see how it goes. And God said, this is Genesis 1 and 26. And the Most High said, Let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish, over the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them.